Good morning. Day 3. So today, well, the next 2 days I've split. Oh, sorry, just quickly leaving the campsite. It was quite a nice place, showers nice. Good. Left a little bit later today. After yesterday. Got up at 6. But it just took me a wee bit longer to pack up. I was just sort of fanning about. So it's currently 8 o'clock and I am off for the day. A bit of an easier couple of days today. Not easy, but easier than the last 2 days. Oh, bloody barry beds just fell off my pack. I'll sort that out in a minute. A bit of an easier couple of days coming up. So we're going from Cambridge to Peterborough, which I think is about 30 miles. So we're going to split that into 2 days. And then I'm going to go Peterborough to Lincoln, which is about 40 miles. And then I think Lincoln to Hull, which is about the same. It's another 30, 40 miles. So yeah, day 3. Obviously the weather's a bit better, a bit cooler today. Fresh underwear on, same t-shirt. Can't all have luxuries. A big wardrobe. And got myself a big stick. Big stick! Everybody needs a big stick. I don't know why. I used it yesterday to hammer in my tent poles, pegs. That's what I'm taking you with me, mate. So that's going to be my tent pole maker. I need to give him a name. Like fucking, what's that person? Castaway? Oh, I can't remember. Henry or son? I need to give him a name. Any suggestions, welcome. Right. Into Cambridge we go, through Cambridge city centre, through Cambridge and then up to a place tonight called Warboys. Quality name. So big up the Warbonians. Anyway, I wonder if there's like a war them or there. You know what I mean? Gotta keep this stuff PG. So I've just stopped at Trinity College in Cambridge. I tell you what, Cambridge is a pretty cool town, man. Did you know, fun fact, that a lot of Prime Ministers were actually born in Cambridge, so there you go. And it's got quite a, for my conspiracy theorists out there like me, it's got quite a lot of ties to the Illuminati and stuff like that. There's quite a lot of weird buildings. I've taken some pictures. Just going to walk through Market Street as well, which is really cool. So yeah, I'm just going to stop here for 5 minutes. Before I leave Cambridge, though, I really need to find somewhere to charge up my bits. So I'm about an hour and a half into the day, walking so far. Yeah, Cambridge is lovely, man. So I'm going to just try and get as far up as I can before I leave actually Cambridge town. Charge up I want at least one power bank and my phone at the same time, and then just go through there. So it should be quite an easy day today. Well, easier day. I keep saying easy, but it's not easy. My feet are already hurting. I thought they were alright this morning, but obviously with the walking that I did yesterday. So yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep pushing. See you soon. So out of Cambridge, now walking through on my way to going to another site tonight. I found just outside Warboys. So Gleb Farm is where I'm going tonight. Hopefully get there about 2-3 o'clock if everything goes well. Nice short one today, which is nice, man. Feet are sore though. Not like, it's not the bases, it's the toes. So just going to push through today. If I don't stop, I might obviously I'll stop for like a little bit, but I'm thinking if I just get to there and have my lunch and then just take a day, the rest of the day just to rest, and then into Peterborough tomorrow. Yeah, man. Nice. Cambridge was nice. Liked walking through Cambridge. Got lots of photos. I'll put it up later. Well, the photos will be up by the time you're watching this, but yeah man, let's keep going. It was a bit of an emotional evening last night. Let's just go into it. I've got some time to talk. So around about 15 years ago, I tried to commit suicide. And the reason for this was that I split up with my ex. I had 2 kids with her. And unfortunately she thought it was best for her for me to leave, so I left. And then I had to find somewhere to stay, and I was basically living in a shitty little bedsit in Stoke Newington that I was paying fucking £1,000 a month for. Fucking crazy when you think about it. Anyway, my ex made things extremely difficult for me to see the kids. I wasn't allowed to take the kids to my bedsit. And then she took out what they call a non-molestation order, which was all bullshit, which later got proved in court that it was all bullshit. Just purely she did it because she could get legal aid. And you can only get legal aid if there's domestic violence or domestic abuse. So she knew how to play the system. Fair play. So during that non-molestation order, I wasn't allowed to contact or see my kids. Obviously I'd taken some time off of work, and I went back to work too soon after we split up. Head wasn't in the right place. Mentally was in a very bad place. And at that point I'd started abusing drugs and alcohol. Now, I'd always been a bit of a pothead, but back in the day, smoked a lot of weed. And I think that was one of the reasons why my ex wanted me to leave, is because I'd still smoking weed. But I was trying to stop, and to fair play, I mean, it took a while, like anything to get off, it took a while. But I did, I stopped pretty quickly after, in fact, about a week or 2 weeks after we split up, I'd finished smoking weed completely. But obviously living in a bed set on your own, you go to a pub, get drunk, meet people in the pub, sell cocaine, end up taking cocaine, and it was a vicious cycle. But it was just making me depressed. And then the fact that I was seeing my kids every day, and I'm a good dad, I was there every day for them, I was there at both their births. My days off were completely dedicated to my children. And it all got too much for me, and so I lost my job in this short space of time. I think it was in about a space of 10 days. And I remember this very, very clearly. I remember cycling home after being sacked from probably the best job I ever had, due to my stupidity and being a dick again. I did beg them to not to fire me and explain my situation, but unfortunately what happened was stupid, and I'm not going into details about that. But anyway, so in the space of 10 days I'd lost my house, my girlfriend at the time, my 2 kids, and my job. Now I had people come down to visit me because they could tell that I was in a bad way. My stepdad came down, my dad came down, and my best mate, Dino, he came over for Tenerife to see me for a bit. And then after that I was isolated, I was alone. I didn't have a job, I was drinking a lot, I was doing drugs, and all I wanted was to see my kids. The one thing that probably would have saved me was to see them, but that was taken away from me. So over the sort of period, a couple of days, I planned all this out. I knew exactly what I was going to do. Over the period of a couple of days, I'd come home. We went to a couple of shops around the area, bought loads of paracetamol. I don't know why. I bought 2 packets a day, different shops. And on the final day, I went to the shop near Stoke Newington. I was very upset. I went into one of the shops where I previously bought paracetamol. I went to the shop, bought the paracetamol, bought a bottle of vodka, and I was chatting to the guy behind the till. And I told him that I was upset and what had happened briefly, and just said that I told him, well, my words to him were, I said, I'm going home for a really long sleep. Now he must have knew what was going on, because he followed me back to my house. I was unaware of this. He followed me back to the house, and I went home. I took loads of paracetamol, downed a bottle, pretty much a whole bottle of vodka, and then that was the last thing I remember. I woke up in the hospital, and I felt so ashamed of myself. But at that time, I remember like sitting in the room, and I honestly believed in my mind that this was the right thing to do. That this was my only option. That my kids were better off without me. That my parents were better off without me. My sister was better off without me. I felt like the world would have been a better place without me in it. And that's the mindset that people get into when they decide to take their own life. It's not because they can't cope, or it's because they believe, or I believed in my mind, that this was the only way for me to go. It was the only option available to me. And that's a dark place to be. To have in your mind that you think that's the only way, it's the only option. Oh God. And then obviously I had a few days in the hospital. Apparently what had happened is the guy had followed me home. He'd phoned the police and ambulance or whatever. The time they'd got to my room, I'd already passed out. That's probably just been the vodka more than anything. And then they pumped, I had a stomach pumped in the hospital, and I was out for about, I don't know, probably about 6 to 8 morning. I was out for about 6 to 8 hours. But yeah, it's just like the shame, absolute shame that I felt when I woke up. 2 reasons why I felt ashamed. One, that I couldn't fucking do it properly, or I hadn't succeeded. And 2, just this guilt and shame that I'd felt from my family. And I kept this quiet for a long time. I didn't tell anyone what had happened. It was quite easy to keep it quiet because I had no one around me. All my family's from Scotland. I was living in London. The only people that were close to me or loved weren't even allowed to see me. So I didn't tell anyone. I kept it quiet for a long time. And yeah, man, once I'd been to the courts, and there's a lot of story behind this. This is not about parent alienation or, fathers' rights and all that, but, I could do a whole fucking spiel on what's happened to me since then. But, I fought for my kids. I went to the courts. I got my mum and Keith came down to the courts. I got the non-molestation order was all lifted. Everything that I asked for, I got. All the unreasonable things that she was saying and trying to do, and all the shit excuses that she was making up. Just like the judge seen right through all her bullshit and lies. And I got everything that I asked for and more. Which wouldn't have happened 10, 15, well, sorry, 20 years, 25 years ago, 30 years ago. It was completely different. It was just everything was for the mums. But it's different now, man. Like Dad's, and I've got a mate who's just been through it all, and you know, he got everything he wanted and that. And I mean, it cost a lot of money. It did cost a lot, and that's the problem now, is that if you don't have the money to fight, you don't have a chance. I mean, you speak like I'm like one of the charities I'm doing this for, Men and Their Emotions, is on that page every day. It's, you know, it's the two main problems are drugs and guys not being able to see their kids. Now, I'm not saying every guy out there deserves to see their kids, but fuck me, there's a lot of dads that kill themselves because they don't get to see their kids, and that's all they want. And that's all I wanted. And now I fought for it. I used to see my two oldest every weekend up until about 3 years ago. And this is where the whole other stuff starts. And, you know, like, I would never ever go back to that place of killing myself, but I try trying to kill myself, but I can totally understand why guys do it. The shit that I've been through for the last 13 years. My partner Marie, she'll back that up. My family will back that up. They know exactly the truth of what's went on, regardless of what my two kids have been told. Like, I know the truth, and that's why I'm a firm believer that when kids get old enough, they'll come to realise who the problem was and who was manipulating situations. And I firmly believe that they'll come good. They'll see in the end, and I'll have my two oldest kids back with me. Not staying with me, but back in my life, because at the minute things have gone too far. There's a lot of stuff that's happened. But yeah, man, like, it's been hard, man. It's been hard. So this is important. Like, you know, guys, there's guys out there struggling in silence. They don't know who to turn to. If you've got a mate or a friend that you know that's going through some shit, just give him a call, man. Make sure he's alright, because I didn't have that. Like, I didn't have anybody to reach out to then. Well, I had family, but you know, who wants to tell their family that they're thinking about committing suicide? The only real friend that I had, or speaking to that time, lived 400 miles or 1,000 miles away in Tenerife, whatever it is. You know, just like checking on your mates, man. Checking on them, man. Give them a call. Give them a text. Just ask them how they are, man. And guys, if you're struggling, or, you know, there's someone out there that needs to hear this, reach out, man. Reach out to someone, anyone. Speak to strangers, speak to friends. Speak to someone before you decide to do what I did. Because trust me, man, regardless of what you think, thinking that you're that the world would be better off without you, I'm telling you now, I promise you that the world would be far worse without you, innit? Far worse. The devastation you leave behind, man. Oh, it's unreal. It's far worse than anything you're going through. Trust me, man. Reach out, man. Love yous guys. I don't know if anyone's seen these before, but look, these are for buses. Look, so I've just stopped off a way down there. But look, have you ever seen these before? Look. Mental, eh? Tell you what, I wish I was on that fucking bus. Because I'm currently walking at the minute. Toes, right foot sore, but we march on. Almost there. To St Ives I'm going through now. Up to St Ives, and then I think I've got like an hour walk from St Ives to my location. See that behind me? That is a protest area against MBR. It's called Camp Beagle. Camp Beagle, and what they're doing is unbelievable. I've just sat there. I'm about a 5-minute walk to the campsite, and it was raining, and I was walking past. They invited me in. John and I can't remember the other lady, but John, he's like the sort of main guy of it. Camp Beagle, I'm sure something, but it's against this place that I've just passed, literally there, next to that blue thing there where the stick is the entrance to a facility that breeds beagles to be tested for laboratories. So this place here, their sole purpose is just breeding beagle puppies, and then they ship them off to facilities like Pfizer and things like that to do all their animal testing on. Unbelievable that this still goes on in 2025. I'm absolutely disgusted by it, and I've just sat there listening to their stories. John's been there for 4 years, living on that site that I've just passed. 4 years protesting against this company, man. Guys, if you get a chance, go and check it out, campbeagle.com. I'm going to put some pictures up later with the flyer and that. Oh, what an amazing cause, man. And again, this is one of the reasons why I'm doing this journey. To me, I would never have known about that until I'd heard it. Absolutely cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. Crazy. Hi guys, made it to the campsite. This is tent set up. My view for tonight. It's just a little campsite. A lot more expensive than the one I paid yesterday, but it's alright. But yeah, set up, got here quite early today. It's about 4 o'clock, so nice day today, man. Nice night. I felt good today. Feet were hurting, but felt good, man. Really good day. And the highlight of the day, Camp Beagle, man. I can't believe it. Spoke to my sister and Marie about it earlier. Marie follows them on Instagram, which is crazy, man. I think they've got about 250,000 followers on Instagram. I got some pictures with them. I'm going to put it on Facebook. But if you get a chance, have a look at their page, man. It's so cool. What a cool thing they're doing, man. I can't believe they fucking breed beagles to get breed them in this factory. Basically, it's a breeding factory, and then they ship the beagles off to other places to get tested on, man. Fucking disgusting. And there's me, like, doing a good cause, and I'm thinking walking to Edinburgh over 26 days is hard going. This guy John's been there for 4 years. 4 years living there, man. Absolute top G. Shout out to John, man. I hope you see this, mate. Much love. I'll pop by tomorrow on the way. I look forward to speaking to you again. Great character, a great thing that he's doing, man. Anyway, that's going to be me for today. I'm just going to chill out now, have some dinner. Yeah, man, I know I got a bit emotional earlier in the video, but yeah, I did say that I was going to start talking about it. So that's it though. If I've told you what's happened, I don't think I need to go into much more detail about it. So yeah, take care. If there's anything else that I pop into my mind, I might share it. I'm going to post this to YouTube now, and then the photos to Facebook. Day 3 smashed. Peterborough tomorrow for day 4. Here we go. Come on, the posh.